officially back doing my videos. I know that I said I was officially back a few months ago, but I was super pregnant and everything was super exhausting for me, and so doing videos was the last thing on my mind and the last thing I wanted to do. But I am officially back and I am super excited because we are starting a new round on Monday, and it is my first round, my first full round back since I've had my beautiful baby girl. So I'm very excited. This round is called #DietIsABadWord. Obviously, we're going to be talking about dieting and eating habits, and so today I want to take the opportunity to go over with you guys why I think that diet is a bad word, what we can do to avoid going on diets, and what we should be able to say instead of "I'm going on a diet." So before we jump into this, I actually want to give you guys a little bit of a background, the origins on the word diet. Hi. Diet didn't actually enter the English language until around about the 13th century, at which time it meant food and drink, more directly a way of life. The second meaning came from the Greek word dietin, if I'm even pronouncing that one correctly, and it also had a similar meaning, a way of living, but more specifically as prescribed by a doctor. This was food and drink and your daily habits. Around about the Middle Ages, it had the meaning of a dietary regimen as prescribed by a physician, usually fasting. Today, diet actually has a meaning of a plan people look for to lose weight as quickly and with as little effort as possible. Loosely translated, of course. This has been Origins on the word diet. Even though this is not the exact meaning of diet today, it's actually what happened. People went on search for a diet that is the quickest and easiest solution to losing weight. But unfortunately, our bodies just don't work like that. So this meaning of diet took off and eventually spawned a whole entire world of fad diets, which can be very dangerous if you choose the wrong diet for the wrong reasons. Doctors and dietitians, they still prescribe diets for specific reasons, like diabetes. So I think when a doctor and a dietitian prescribes you a diet, that's the only time you should follow a diet. So people hear about fad diets, they Google it, and they run with it. And a lot of times, these fad diets, they're come up with by people that have no experience in the field. They're not doctors, they're not dietitians, or they've taken these diets that were once prescribed to patients and have made it their own and put it out there for the world to lose weight on. Take the keto diet, for example. This is the most popular diet going on right now. I wish I knew then what I knew now about the keto diet. Full disclosure, about 8 or 9 years ago, I did something like it before it was popular, and I was on a high fat and low carb diet, and it was just absolutely horrendous on my body. Basically, what the keto diet does is it puts your body into a state of ketosis, which just means you are forcing your body to use fats for energy instead of carbs like our body is used to doing. This unfortunately just go ahead and gives you a whole world of unwanted issues like serious fatigue, really difficult workouts because of insufficient energy during your workouts. It can also cause clogged arteries because you do end up eating a lot of red meat on this diet, and eventually weight gain, because once you start eating normally, your body starts using carbs again instead of the fats, and you will gain that weight back, trust me. So I want to go ahead and give you a very short history on the keto diet. Hi, welcome back. The keto diet, or ketogenics, was originally prescribed to patients that had seizures. Doctors don't know why it worked for them, but it actually did. That's all they know. It eventually went the way of the dodo with the introduction of seizure medications. This has been an extremely brief history of ketogenics. It's because of diets like this that were taken from a once prescribed diet and made into their own that I see diet as a bad word. And in my eyes, you shouldn't be going on a diet all the time. If someone sees you that hasn't seen you in a long time and you've lost a lot of weight and they say to you, "What did you do?" and you tell them, "Oh, it's my diet," they're immediately going to think you're on the keto diet. Is it the military diet? Paleo diet? Are you on the liquid diet? Was it the Hollywood diet? It goes on and on. Instead, you should be able to say, "I developed or am developing a healthy eating habit." That completely cancels out going on a diet. A lot of people don't know where to start on a healthy eating habit. And healthy eating is actually a really scary phrase for some people, because a lot of people will tell me, if I eat healthy, all I can eat are salads, which is completely inaccurate, is not true. You do not have to eat salads when you eat healthy. So let's go ahead and let's talk about ways that you can start now and make small changes to develop a healthy eating habit. As we know, the internet is full of a plethora of information about dieting and how to get healthy and how to lose weight. One of my favorite places to go is Choosemyplate.gov. It has a ton of information from actual dietitians that can help you get started on making changes, and you're on your way to a healthy eating habit. So we'll start with fruits. I love fruits, my kids love fruits, probably because that was what they could have as an incentive for something sweet when they were little. So keeping a bowl of fruit in your line of sight that you have to see daily will remind you to get more fruits into your diet. Add it to your breakfast, in your oatmeal, into your cereals, and snack on it at work or just during the day whenever you feel kind of snacky. Make your plates a rainbow. People try to get funny with me and start naming off all these crazy unhealthy foods that could actually make your plate look like a rainbow. That's not what I'm talking about. Make your plates a rainbow of vegetables. There are so many delicious vegetables out there that you can go ahead and experiment with that will make your plate beautiful and healthy, and you will be well on your way to developing a love for vegetables. Whole grains. Whole grains are something that I push big time. Making half of your daily grains whole grains is really going to be very good on your body, and your body will thank you for it, because you're actually fueling your body's energy for the day by eating whole grains. Snacking on whole grains like popcorn with very little salt and very little butter is also a great way to get yourself the energy you need to help push you through to your next meal. Vary your proteins. Whenever people think about proteins, they think of fish, steak, chicken, turkey, and those are great sources of protein, but you don't want to forget about your plant proteins like beans and nuts. Making sure that you're getting all kinds of different proteins in your diet is going to be a great way to make small steps and changes into developing a healthy eating habit. Also, watching your sugars is very, very important. Added sugars specifically. Check your ingredient label, and if sugar is an ingredient in that, you want to have as little of that type of product as possible, because it adds a ton of calories and is horrible on your body. Added sugars sneak up on you in the most curious places. Things you would never think had added sugar has added sugar. So make sure you're reading your ingredient labels, which brings me to my final tip: read your ingredient and nutrition labels. Those things carry a wealth of information. You can learn so much about the food you're eating by just checking the nutrition labels, just checking the ingredient labels. And in the links below, there are some information on how to read a nutrition label if you're not really sure where to start. So you can find these tips and more at Choosemyplate.gov. I've also provided links down in the bottom. I've also added these tips directly onto my website that you can go to. That's firststepfitness.247.weebly.com. We are really working on getting rid of Weebly on that. It's a process right now, but hopefully it won't say Weebly forever. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, don't give it a thumbs down or a thumbs up. I'm just really glad you were here, and I hope you'll watch another one. If you really like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you don't want to miss another episode ever again, hit the notification bell and you'll get notifications every single time we post a new video. So that's all for today. Bye, y'all. I don't know, what were they doing? Take the keto example